Hey Roshana, thanks for getting this in. Yes, this was a very difficult assignment, especially with continuous light. It's really hard. And I hear you trying to get the light to balance out between the light that's already there in the room and how bright that seems relative to the lights that you're adding. It's really, really hard. So one way that you can solve that problem is to actually kind of put a little bit of a light blocker on that lamp. You know, in the studio that I work at, we actually have a roll of like polarizing gel. And it's beautiful because for every layer of polarizing gel that you put on a light, it takes like, I want to say like 2 stops of exposure away. And we do that a lot. Like we'll wrap it around the already existing light in a situation so that we can balance what we're adding with what's already there so we don't have these really hot spots. And I'm so sorry I didn't mention that in other people's things. I have a fever. I'm trying to tell everybody right now, so I'm sorry if this is a little bit wonky, but I just really don't feel very good. Okay, oh, there it is. Okay, so you do have 3 finals. So there's one, and then there's one. Okay, I was looking for it, and I didn't recognize this as a final because it was in the weird order, but that's fine. Okay, great. The only thing I would say about this one, though the lighting is lovely, it's out of focus. There's just no area of fine focus here in this image. And then I was looking at your contact sheets, and I really, really think it's time for you to invest in some diffusers. If you don't have them already, because I see that you're shooting with undiffused light right here, and I think that your images would be a lot more attractive in this case with soft light. So it would be an important aesthetic choice to be able to make, is to soften this light. Also, these work lamps that you're using are they're kind of tricky. You know, they're not photo lamps. They're not they're okay, but if you're gonna use these kind of like home repair sort of floodlight things, you've got to really do some research and find out what temperature Kelvin light they emit, and compensate for that more in your post-processing. It's not hugely problematic here, but it will be, because these things, because they're not photolights, the Kelvin temperature will drift over time, and you'll find that they're going to be 2 different colors pretty soon, and you won't be able to use them as a set anymore. Whereas photolights, you know, good ones won't drift over time. Especially tungsten bulbs, because you're replacing them so frequently. And I know these halogens last longer, so they seem like a great investment, but they're just not designed for photography. You know, I gotta say, I like the mood of your room with the available light. And I actually really enjoy how hot this lamp is, and I think some of these shots are really lovely. Because they're casting these nice, moody, dramatic shadows, especially this one. You know, if you crop this one so you leveled out that picture, this would be a really nice, or picture, yeah, a picture on the wall, the frame picture on the wall, so there's not this big angle there. That would be really nice, because you can crop it and rotate it a little bit in Lightroom and fix that. Or, you know, just use your camera's level when you're shooting, or the grid painted into your viewfinder to make sure that you don't have these awkward, really off perpendicular lines. So that's about it. But I think the lights they're a struggle, especially this variety of light is a struggle to do interior photography with. And so that's why we're getting like a strange combination of cold and warm light here. And then this is out of focus. And then here, this is, I think, all shot with available light. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like it is, because I don't see any cast shadows. So I think this is probably your most successful lighting-wise. It's a little dark down here. It would have been nice to get one of those lights down on the ground and put some diffusers in front of it to decrease its intensity and just illuminate a little bit down here, but that's about it. Okay, thanks, Roshana. Get some diffusers.